Afternoon from Berlin. My name is Eugen and I love to travel, and I'm here in Greifswalder Straße, more exactly in the Karl-Legien housing estate. So basically the building behind me and a couple of buildings adjacent to that is basically a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So yeah, let's see this UNESCO World Heritage Site because Karl-Legien, apparently he was a union leader and he had influence in the Weimar Republic ruling class, and therefore they built this. So it's one of the 6 housing estates in Berlin that are UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Let's see. So there you go. So these were built almost 100 years ago, and as you can see they had balconies. So the Weimar Republic was a bit, well, socialist, I don't know if this is the word, but it was a bit revolutionary, more or less, but didn't go all the way like the Soviet Union did. But yeah, the building looks quite okay. Quite okay, I'll say. So it says Wohnstadt Karl-Legien, errichtet von der GEHAG, 1929-1930. So that's the period when it was built. So yeah, let's check out the Karl-Legien housing estate and see what it has to offer. Anyway, and you can see it's on both sides of the road. There you go. So bear in mind, this is 1929, 1930. The utilities of this place, of these apartments, are pretty much breathtaking. Look, like the balconies are pretty generous, and all the apartments have balconies on that side. And on this side as well. So let's see if I can get inside one of these interior courtyards of the buildings and show you how it really looks like. So there you go. So all the area is like this, and you have like all this side going I don't know how long, and all this side as well going I don't know how long. So it's a pretty big housing estate and state of the art. This is cool even now, even today. It's like something really well done. So yeah, let's go inside something like this. For example, this blue one. You can go inside. See? So I'm a bit like very commando going around here. See, this is possible around here. Should be possible. Yep. So we are basically in the Karl-Legien housing estate, and this is one of the interior courtyards. And this is how buildings were built in Germany 100 years ago. 100 years ago. Well, you have to take into account that the 20s, the late 20s, were about, let's say, a decade after the Soviet Union was brought into this world. And that was kind of revolutionary, but it kind of failed in a way. The Weimar Republic was, let's say, a mix between what Germany had before, the empire, and some social influences that came with the time, because that time was very revolutionary. The beginning of the 20th century, the first quarter of the 20th century, let's say. So it looks like. Pretty nice. Indeed. And the estates are in different colors. Can you believe that? Well, it's not hard to believe, but anyway, the attention to detail of these kind of buildings is really staggering. Now, when they build these new developments, okay, maybe now they're like kind of a bit better if they build it in the last 10 years, yeah, fine. But the buildings built in the 80s or the 70s really did not give so much attention to detail. Well, yeah, let's see another one. Let's see another courtyard in another part of this amazing housing complex. We're in the red courtyard. This is painted red. I'm not 100% sure that the colors were the same 100 years ago, because this is repainted, but I tend to believe that they repainted it in the original color. So maybe this distinction between blue and red and yellow, as you're gonna see, if you come here, maybe it was then the same. I don't know. There you go. So yeah, the Weimar Republic really cared for its citizens. Pretty nice. So generally it's like this, like 3-story high, 4 levels. No ground floor concept, but it's pretty nice, isn't it? What strikes me is the quality for 100 years ago. Like 100 years ago, all over the world, the population lived in terrible, miserable squalor, in poverty that you will not believe. But here, for some reason, well, Germany is a pretty dope-ass country, that's the reason. But for some reason, for other reasons as well, here it was different. It was very different, and people really were taken care of by the Weimar Republic, apparently, because all these housing estates, I already presented you White City and the Horseshoe before, but all these estates were done during the Weimar Republic, which was really revolutionary and really took care of its citizens very well. Yeah. So yeah, subscribe to the channel if you really enjoy the content. Click the notification bell, because you want to get notified whenever I'm posting some other kind of gem like this. And yeah, you know the drill. So far so good. So what? Bye bye.